So 5D guidebook. I believe in my heart that that really summed up what we need to do, how we need to do it, and the practice that is required. It just doesn't happen because you know about it. A lot of people think that if they have the knowledge, they're done. They're not. It's putting it out there, using it, making it happen for you, proving it to yourself. That's when it happens. That's when your life changes. That's when you have complete and utter faith and trust that what you understand is actual because it's happening in your life. It's a step by step, day by day journey. A journey that if we're willing to really concentrate on what we're feeling and why we're thinking what we're thinking, all of this is signals to you. If somebody comes to mind, which happens a lot when I'm trying to pray, I just listen to it. I watch it. I think of the person and I bless them and it's gone. They're gone. And I can go back to my prayers. Some mornings it's a lot of people. They're reaching out to you. If you think of someone, they're thinking of you. They're looking for a blessing or closure or light or your love or all of that. The magic is that you see your life becoming a whole different ballgame. The things you struggled with is no longer a struggle. But it takes practice. At first, you don't see the results as much because you're just starting to believe. You're starting to have faith. The universe is God's consciousness in action. And when you have needs, the universe responds to that, responds to those needs. But if you don't believe this, and if you believe only that if I do something to make a change, that it's going to change, in other words, be in control of everything, or expect things on my timing, that's when you get disappointed. The universe, you got to give it time to move things out of the way and move everything in alignment with what you were praying for, you see, or what you were desiring in your heart. Things don't just happen. And if you have blocks from your belief system standing in the way of your own desire to manifest something, it isn't going to happen. First, you got to take care of the block. Now, who are these people in our life that are antagonists? Are they just walking in out of the clear blue? Or do we have contracts with them? Have we asked them beforehand, would you help me? Would you do this for me? They seem like the enemy, but they're not. They're actually a cosmic friend that just loves to be the agitator and the antagonist. Yep. They've done it plenty of times and just find that to be their place. Boy, that's my wheelhouse. Yep. And then there are those that are the kind hearts that are in between the painful moments, in between the painful people. And that would be you. That would be that heart that reaches out and just thinks about people who are suffering and send them lots of love and light. We all have our parts to play. Sometimes the kind, loving hearts are asked to do certain things too. I've had that happen to me, especially on the sacred journeys I was on. I had to do certain things to trigger people to wake up, trigger people to be aware of their behavior. You'll play many parts. You're not always the goody-goody. Sometimes you are the one that has to trigger somebody. Whatever parts you play, don't feel guilty. Don't beat yourself up. Just say, you know what? If it happened, that was supposed to happen. That's the way it is. And move on. Go forward. Thank God for the day. Don't name it bad or even good. It's just another day in the life of a being of light. You're going to see change, miraculous change, in the way people respond to you, in the way that your life becomes orderly and smooth. You're not struggling. I don't let myself struggle about anything. I dropped my husband's pill box and all the pills spilt on the floor. And I'm sitting there going, oh my God, now I got to match them up to the ones that were in the jars so that I don't give him an oxycodone when I meant to give him an aspirin because they're the same size. And so I put it in divine order. I asked for help. It was so easy. It took no time at all, even though it was a whole box. It was miraculous. I started to laugh and I said, okay, one more time, you prove to me that if I ask, that help is given. I don't have to struggle anymore. Now, usually I would have went, and I would have started frantically trying to do this. No more frantic. 10 years of no more frantic. So you see, the universe is actually this God we pray to. We're praying to our higher self, but the universe is the consciousness of the creator, which brings back to his children, right? All of us are his children, what we pray for. If we don't believe it, even though it's being done for you, you won't see it. It's true. Until you start believing it, believe it before you see it. It's very powerful. Tell yourself, I'm going to believe that this is true, that I have the help I need, no matter what my circumstance, no matter what the situation is. And just keep doing that until you actually do believe. Everything that you want may not be what you need. Remember that. So if things don't work out exactly the way you want, watch for what you need coming to you and be grateful for that. It's a little change in the how we handle ourselves, how we manage things. I say thank you no matter what. I am so filled with gratitude every day. Even if it wasn't one of those days that you would say, oh man, what are you grateful for? I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for the meal on the table. I'm grateful to have a house that's warm. Believe me right now, that is very important. I'm grateful for the beauty of nature around me. Be grateful, even if there's nothing new to be grateful for. If you saw the squalor that people live in third world countries, you'd be kissing the ground you're standing on. Believe me, I have seen it. I have smelt it. I have experienced it. It is not what we have here. No matter how poor you think you may be, you're rich in comparison to what I've witnessed. We have so much to be grateful for. We have bathrooms in our house. We have water in our house running. Lights when we flip the switch. We have so much. And in that attitude of gratitude, you bring on more because the universe is reading that energy, that frequency. So if you feel yourself in a state, let's say at work or out in the world, where things are just so uncomfortable, people so loud, noises just annoying you so much, or people fighting in the distance, or the news on TV where somebody got killed, send a lot of love into it. Don't let yourself get pulled down. Just keep loving and blessing, knowing that people are going through what they wrote into their script. There's no accidents going on. There's exact experiences that God knows why, but they called for. There isn't one victim on this planet, not one, as much as it looks like it to you or me. And that's trusting that everything is in divine order. Do you call for divine order every morning before you start your day? Please do. And everything will shift according to what was written for that day for you. Your higher self has the script right in front of her or him, and will help you to get right exactly where you need to be, when you need to be there, who you're going to be with, what you're going to do. But it's up to you how you handle it. The decisions you make on what you're going to do with the circumstance. Take the high road. Always take the high road. Don't get involved in fighting, arguing. Do you need to be right? Or do you need to be happy? Because if you need to be right, you will fight with everybody. Even if you are right, it doesn't matter. For you, it matters, but nobody else needs to know that. Because they don't care what you think. Some people do, but most people don't. But you say what you feel you need to say and move on your way. Know that you are a blessing. Know that you are the light, that you carry so much love in you, around you, and through you. Know that you are the great hope in the world because you can love. You can love the unlovable. Figure that out. You can love the unlovable. Who can do that except hearts of gold? It isn't about what you do as much as how you feel, how much love you project, how much joy that you exude to help people to rise up out of their funk, their depression, their sense that they're lacking. Nobody's lacking anything. It's a state of consciousness lack. And what they were saying was true. Never think about the things you don't have as a loss or that you're seeking it. Be grateful for what you do have so that abundance can continue to shower upon you. It isn't about money necessarily. There's so much abundance in other areas that we need. We need each other. We need companionship. We need those to show that we can get through the tough times, the uncertainty in the world, especially the kids. They're really feeling it. They don't know. That's why they're playing those stupid games, those, video games. They're getting out of the world. It's too ugly and dark and uncertain for them. But that's going to change. And it changes because of people with hearts of gold, loving and caring. Start it with yourself. Because if you don't love yourself first, that's where you need to put your attention. Start honoring yourself, respecting yourself, lifting yourself up so that you can be useful in the world. I'll be doing my summary. I don't want to go any further. Anybody watching this on YouTube, you can be part of the forum. It's free every Wednesday, 7 o'clock. We'd love to have you join us. Go to ourdivineorigin.com. On the website, you'll find a page for the forum, and you can send an email and we'll get you right on. Okay. God bless you for listening. And I hope you're enjoying the forum so far. Thank you. This song in this place, that place was 5D that he entered. You see, he was centered in the love of his own making. He felt what it feels like to be in 5D, a state of consciousness, of peace. That's all it was. It wasn't a physical place. You can enter there too. It was a beautiful song. Thank you. So 5D handbook, guidebook, excuse me. This guidebook is already encoded in you. You came here with the idea that you were going to ascend beyond the limitation that you came in with. You see, it's not like you became dependent on learning or fixing anything. You came in that way. It doesn't make you less than the great being of light that you are. You came here with a purpose to finish up. And the only way you're going to finish up is you're going to bounce off other people, which are actually just a mirror of you. You think it's them, but it's really you. And so when you see you and you don't like you in someone else, it's because you don't like that part of yourself. It's something you haven't healed yet inside you. Maybe being a bully, maybe being mean, maybe being, a cheater or a fibber or whatever. We don't like what we haven't healed in ourselves. That's it. That's it. And when we let that go and cleanse that from ourselves, we're free. That's freedom. We become free. We can move on into the next step. And this is all part of the ascension. Sometimes we feel like we're going in reverse because we have a whole bunch of stuff coming up and we have to work on it. And we go, what the heck? The more that I seek to be spiritual, the more that I'm in pain. And it's the layer that you happen to be in. But remember, this too shall pass. And the next layer may be one of great joy, rest. I was moving so fast up the ascension ladder that I would get a day of rest and then I went right into the next level. I didn't allow myself to actually sit with it and enjoy the level that I had reached. Enjoy each step. There is no rush. It's just the Aries in me. I want everything done now. And so I pushed myself greatly. And Mother Mary was the one that kept telling me to slow down. Stop it. There's no race that you're in. Just calm down. Your body's trying to keep up with you. And you're causing a great deal of stress on your physical body. You see? So I learned a great lesson, which I'm sharing with you tonight. Let your life unfold very beautifully, just as it appears to you. Deal with it as it comes up. If you're sad or you feel really down one day, ask yourself, what is going on? Why do I feel this way? And it'll bring up the tears, or it'll bring up the anger, or whatever it is that you're trying to hold on and suppress because you don't want to go there. Everyone wants to be happy. I want to be happy, but I know I have to unload what's making me unhappy. And I really, really bless the people, even though I want to punch them in the nose for being the agitator. I really learned to bless them and thank them for bringing me that lesson, or bringing me to realize I have to let go of something that is very troubling, very dark, or just very heavy. We're on a beautiful path. We have contracts. We have lessons. We have bliss. We have excitement. Find the joy in the whole journey. Don't trouble yourself over something. Do something about it. If you know that when I go to this situation or when I'm with that person, this happens, ask yourself why. What are they showing me? What is agitating me actually? What is it? And the answer will come. And I used to be brutally honest with myself, because if you're not, who you helping and who you hurting? You. Be brutally honest with yourself. It's that you don't want to admit that it's me. All right, it's me. And I'd go through it that way. And I'd say, you know what, but it's not the real me. And that's why I'm agitated. That's what I let go of. You can't let go of your bliss and beauty, your love, your light. You can't let go of that. So don't worry about it. Just the things that are holding you back, the things you don't want to do, absolutely not going to do it. But you need to get beyond it. Get beyond the things that are blocking you, holding you back, or making you feel that you're stuck. You're not stuck. You can't be. You're a divine being. Nothing can hold you back but you. Free yourself. It's the most beautiful feeling in the whole world. That's the blessing you give yourself. So the 5D guidebook is all about loving yourself and everything around you. And when there are things that you can't love, bless it until it changes, till it transforms into the frequency of love that you are. And then you'll be able to bless it. You'll be able to feel it one with it. You'll be able to feel that you actually did something for the world. And that should give you a great deal of pleasure. I used to go by this house and it was in shambles. I mean, in shambles. And every day when I went past it to go to work, I would bless it. A year later, I saw a construction team coming in, and they had gotten funding from the town or the county or the state to do the facade over, or maybe even the whole building. It was beautiful. The same family lived there. And I said, I wonder if my blessing the house had anything to do with it. So I did it to every house that I would pass that was in shambles. And they started to be repaired one way or another, whether the people moved out, sold the property, and someone moved in. And there were 4 that I concentrated on, and all 4 of them turned into a really nice place. Same building, but it looked like home. You can do this. Your blessings have a lot of power. So your 5D guidebook is to love and do love and be love for everything and everyone and every circumstance. Amen. Thank you so much for listening tonight. I hope you had a great time. I did. The topic is wonderful, and keep on keeping on.